Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you, Jack, for your song request and for your support. This is Deep Purple Child in Time. It's a live performance from 1970, and I'm so excited to listen to it. It's 10 minutes, and I am so excited because I feel like if a song is that long, especially from that era of like heavy, like I don't know, rock, progressive rock, uh it has probably like epic climaxes and build up,
Exactly.
because you can't do that like
Yes.
in like 10 minutes. You cannot be just like monotone. So I'm
Yeah.
expecting like a
And
lot of explosions.
yeah, and also in our comments, I saw so many Deep Purple requests,
Okay.
and the name of the band is also very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also very curious to see it.
Yeah, exactly, me too. So I would say let's just go get started and see what
Yes.
happens.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the line that's drawn between the good and the bad. See the blind man, yeah, he's shooting at the world, bullets flying, oh, taking toll. If you feel bad, Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been here, you've not been hit by flying lead. You better close your eyes, you better bow your head. Wait for the ricochet. I'm crying for you day and night. Need a beat.
Okay, let's just pause here. I'm trying not to pause too much because it's long. I
Mhm.
don't want to like cut the flow too much. But I thought that was the end of the section. I feel like
Mhm.
I have so much to say. Because first of all, I was not expecting that tone coming from him. I think I know, maybe
Mhm.
I actually don't remember any other Deep Purple songs that on top of my head. I mean, I know the band, but I don't know. Like I was not expecting this like clear, beautiful tone coming out. I guess because like having that concept of, oh, like it's a rock band. So I was like expecting like some scratchy voice, but I love the fact that it started so like, I don't know, so like beautiful in the traditional way of like beautiful sound, a voice coming out
Okay.
and the phrasing. And then I love the fact that the organ started that. I love organ intros, but it was kind of like um jazzy, bluesy feel to me because of
Yeah, a
the
little.
intervals, yeah, that he was using. It was not a sound that you would probably, oh, maybe you do, expect from coming from an organ. And I love, yeah, I love that organ intro. I also love the rhythm, that bum 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 bum, that like kind of like
Mhm.
rhythmic feeling. To me, maybe I should listen to it again, but it felt like his voicing, I don't know, that rhythm kind of felt like a little bit syncopated to me, because his voicing would not, like, his voice would not match exactly on the downbeat. It kind of felt a little unstable for me. I don't know what it was about the rhythm structure, either like he was on the beat, or like that was out of the, not in a wrong way. I think they're just doing it on purpose to kind of create that syncopated, like a not stable feel. I don't know. Even though it was like very like minimal a little bit, it just felt, it was like something is like a little weird to me rhythmically. So I think that was
Okay.
intentional.
Yeah, I didn't realize what you said, but for me it was interesting. Yeah. No, for me, I think I got the same feeling as you, but our reasons are different.
Oh,
Because
okay.
for me it was interesting to see how the drums and the keyboard was, and the whole instrument were strictly just playing something rhythmical, and something even not that it was the same rhythm, it was also the same melody, and it was like everything, it was just the same. And where they were taking it very, keeping it very simple and very like completely in the rhythm and in the everything. But then in the completely opposite side, the singer was playing so like jazzy, bluesy, and also very in a very free way, that it was not like on the rhythm or like something repeating. It was just something very free, and it had this feeling of improvisations somehow. But yeah, and also for the fact that these two were together, and the music was still very simple, and also he was like singing like that, not like very intensely very fast things. I think it was a very good intro, and to just make us warm in this, because it's a long song, so it's just like not straightly go to the thing, and it's building up the thing, and it's making us ready to the thing that is coming.
Yeah, okay, so let's see what's coming now.
Need a beat. I wanna hear you sing.
Okay, I want to go back to that pause again. That was so cool. I love that, like general
Yeah.
pause. I don't know what they call it. I don't think they call it general pause in like non-classical music, but like the moment that everybody is like silent, and then they're like bum bum. It's kind of like
Yeah.
honestly humorous. It's like, oh, I'm back. Like the theme is kind of
Yeah.
sneaks back. Yeah, yeah. That was such an epic like instrumental
Wow,
break, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I would say, first of all, I like that the instruments were like, okay, now you're done to the singer. Now you played your part. Okay, now it's our time to just get out and just be done with that repeatable, that done, you know, like you showed off yourself, now it's our time. It
Yeah.
was like that. And also, I was listening to the bass part most of the time in the in this whole section, in this whole part. And if you would listen to the bass alone, it was feeling like it's first of all it played in the contrabass, you know, it's with the pizzicato from the contrabass, and it comes from a blues or a jazz band or something. I don't know if you listen to it, but it was exactly like doom doom doom, like that, exactly the typical thing that a contrabass would play in a jazz band. And it was such a funny thing that I was hearing that, and then on the top it was this you know, rock, crazy rock guitar, electric guitar solo. But it somehow worked out because it was completely coming from two different worlds, but it was like, oh, okay, but it kind of works. And for the electric guitar solo, I have nothing to say because it was just epic and it was so crazy. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
It was so cool.
Yeah, and I have to say that towards the end of the solo, they increased the tempo a little.
Yeah.
And they were playing faster, but it wouldn't be obvious, and not in an obvious way, but you could feel the excitement and the energy that is going up and up, but you couldn't specifically say, okay, it's because the tempo is going up. But because I was listening to the bass most of the time, if I would listen to the electric guitars, I couldn't say specifically that, okay, the tempo is going up, but the bass, in the bass line, you could really hear that, okay, now the tempo is going, because it was like playing a melody kind of, you know, you could say that, okay, the tempo is going up and it's going faster and faster.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, let's go back to that, I guess, general pause.
Sweet child, in time you'll see the line that's drawn between the good and the bad. See the blind man, yeah, he is shooting at the world, bullets flying, oh, they're taking toll. You have, and you've not been hit by flying lead. You better close your eyes, you'd better bow your head. Wait for the ricochet.
think this is the outro. We can just listen to the outro in a second, like the full thing. I love that the second time that he started singing it, it started kind of the same, but I don't remember the first time like the screams being that like dramatic. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the
Yeah,
second time was like
yeah.
maybe just basically like all putting all the anger and then all the like I guess fear in the voice and really like scream in a musical way. But so I love that he like kind of like put like kept like saved his like the climax in his singing for like the last part. Even though I think everything else was like the lyrics were the same. So that was very like touching, that very impressive that you hear like
Yeah,
everything at the end.
yeah, exactly. And I have to say that, you know, the moments that we are like, especially for the electric guitar, that we are like, it sounds like a human, like as if a human is singing.
Yeah.
I think the exact opposite was happening here. His voice and his singing was like an instrument. I could really think of him as an instrument, especially because of the vibrato that he was using. It was like a string instrument player thinking of way of thinking of using the vibrato, because sometimes that he wanted a softer or less intense sound, he was using a wider and slower vibrato, and sometimes that he was still in that kind of it. He wanted a little bit intenser, but he didn't want to do any like dramatic thing. He just was adding a little faster and like less wider vibrato. That's usually what we do to, you know, one way to just
Intensify.
instantly make it more intense. And not in a I didn't felt like in a violin or like this kind of instrument way. I felt it like more like a guitar vibrato or guitar way of thinking. And yeah, I this is the first time that I have this feeling for the instruments a lot, that they feel really like human voice thing. But I think this is the first time that I felt this from a person, you know, as like I'm thinking his voice as an instrument, like the opposite way.
Interesting. Yeah. Here's the outro.
Three times I tried to be with you. The first time you didn't wanna know. The second time you didn't even right. And the third time I blew my mind all against the wall.
Wow. I love the outro.
Yes.
It felt like really something is happening. And I think that one of the main reasons was the use of chromatic, because if you listen to the organ, he was going like in the intervals of fourth, but he was going up kind of, so like bum 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 bum, so kind of like
Yeah.
it kind of evoked that, and then he started going down to our D, and I'm pretty sure like maybe our other instruments were kind of like doing something similar. So everything felt like it's just building up, and a lot of turmoil, and then it's like going down. So even in like that 30 seconds, it really felt like it's something serious is happening. Yeah.
Sometimes when I listen to the music of nowadays that people are making, I miss this feeling that they say that I'm an artist and I can, you know, experiment. I don't have to do the same thing that everybody does, even though it works and it sounds beautiful at the end, but you know, they sometimes forget that you have to, you can experiment, and this is your, you don't have to always be like popular and like do some stuff that you're sure it will work and it will sound beautiful and everybody likes it. But like for example, this outro that they were just decided to, okay, we do this, and then the singer can just like do some verbal stuff, not like singing, but just this to make like this. It's kind of like out of the thing that you're used to, so, and it's an experimental thing, and it reminded me also a little bit like Ren, because he also does sometimes like that he talks more in a talking way than the singing. And yeah, every time when I see that some artists or musicians do that, I'm like, why not so, you know, more people do that and just experiment and just bring something new and funny to their music and not just repeat something.
That is true. And speaking of, I guess because we actually looked at the lyrics and read a little about the history of the song, because we were curious, even though there was like a layer of like humor, I guess, happening in the performance, and I guess the way that it was planned, I think it also truly captured like the kind of the message or like the inspiration behind it. Because you can look at it in like a lot of different interpretation, but especially that outro, it really, like, I guess it felt like something's happening and not necessarily something good. And like being like, given the fact that this song is from 70, it was like in the middle of Cold War and Vietnam War, and it was like basically not a peaceful kind of like politically environment in like around the world, but especially in the US. I could feel that kind of like fear of what's happening, or like, I don't know, the turmoil and the anxiety in this song from time to time. I guess it also was in the instrumentation, but also in the vocals as well. So I love how they kind of decided to capture it this way. I think it was very genius, very creative at the same time, but also with like very tasteful, but also you could hear that impact on it. And I think it was very, very well done. And yeah, it was very, very enjoyable to listen to and also learn more about I guess the inspiration behind this song. So thank you, Jack, again for your suggestion. We really loved it. We hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please don't forget to like this video, drop your comments below, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye!
Bye!